Okay, so we're going to go and do route of Northallerton number 1. That's the plan. So we're heading out of the car park. Now the car park is where you normally start your driving test, unless it's changed. I really couldn't tell you because it's been quite a while since I've done a driving test up here. So our test is going to start with us going out of the car park to the left. I'll try and give as much as a commentary going round as I possibly can. So we're out and we're straight into a mini roundabout or 2 roundabouts. We're going straight ahead at the first one. I'm looking into the roundabout. I'm preparing to stop, but I'm looking to go. Now, we make our best effort of getting round. He's waiting. I'm not going to hesitate. I'm going to go. I'm making a decision. Now I'm going straight ahead at the next roundabout. So I'm looking into the roundabout as I approach, making my decision, off I go. Again, I'm always preparing to stop at the roundabouts, but I'm always looking to go. Now this is quite a bad bit at Northallerton. You've got a zebra crossing right on top of this roundabout, and it is so busy, it can take sometimes forever. Now wait until a person's crossed all the way over, because they could always change their mind. And we're entering the roundabout, and we're going to be going second exit. First exit takes you up alongside towards a pedestrian zone, so be steady there. Now I didn't stop for that pedestrian there. One, because I was concentrating quite a bit and I missed her, but also I don't think it was actually safe enough to do so. Now when we're stopping behind our following vehicles, we always want to be making sure we've got tyres and tarmac in between. Now if I'm going to sit for more than 5 or 10 seconds, handbrake's going to go on. I'm looking beyond. I can just see past the truck because I've stayed far enough back, and I can see that the traffic lights have gone green. Making sure that we can clear the crossing. So the last thing we want to do is sit on it when it's on a red light. So we've got a vehicle there waiting to go into a parking space. Keeping it going. Lots of hazards going on around here. It's a very hazard-rich environment, this. Now I'm going to be taking the next on the right at the traffic lights into Romanby Road. As soon as I can get into the filter lane safely, I will do, and I will indicate also, so people know where I'm going. Again, I'm first vehicle, first gear. So we've got the green light, but we've still got vehicles coming round, so we're going to be steady. We've got the bus to get past us. Get in my position. Not going past my point of turn. Possibly after this little mini, yeah, it's clear for me to go. A quick look into my junction to make sure there's nobody crossing or nobody in the way. And then mirror checks as we come in. Now up ahead we've got a mini roundabout there. You can just see the sign on the left hand side. Bad road markings, very faded, but you still need to make an attempt to go around the white paint. We've got the car from our right. She obviously doesn't understand roundabouts. But again, I'm not going to sit and wait for people. Okay? If I can clearly see that she's not moving because she doesn't know what's going on, I'm not going to sit and wait. It's simple as that. So as I go around the left-hand bend, I'm keeping out to the right. And I can see I've got a mini roundabout coming up. Northallerton is full of mini roundabouts. Okay, so we've got 2 mini roundabouts here, one on top of the other. So treat them both as separate roundabouts. We can see we can get there quite easily. That just had to be a staggered junction, nothing more. Again, looking into there, and round we go. Again, mini roundabouts, you make your best attempt to get round and miss the white paint. So we're coming up to the railway bridge. It gets a little narrow here, so do be careful. And we can see by the curvature of the road and the white lines that we're going to be going round to the left and then round to the right. Making sure that we give way at this point here. It's very faded and the sign at the moment is turned slightly away. Safe for us to continue over the railway lines. Also making sure they're not changing. We're into a 20-mile-an-hour zone. Speed bumps, and guess what? Another mini roundabout. So again, I'm preparing to stop but looking to go. I can see there's nobody else around. Safe for me to continue and straight to a zebra crossing. Looking either side of your zebra crossing, make sure nobody's approaching. Watching this car on my right hand side, watching their wheels, looking for eye contact. And again, another mini roundabout. Offset this time, I've got to go around it. I can't straight line it because I'd be breaking the law. And we've got parked vehicles right next to us. Just like the car behind us has just broken the law. So we're into a 30-mile-an-hour zone. Watching that car that's reversing out, and also the parked vehicles ahead moving out. Vehicle in front's braking. Watching what he's doing and then getting myself past. Again, I've got more parked vehicles to the side of me and a cyclist coming towards me, so I'm going to have room to get past. And then I'm turning next left. So mirror check, indicating that I'm turning left. Again, I'm feeling being a bit bullied by this one that's behind me. I'm straight into a junction where there's somebody sat in the doorway of his vehicle, so making sure I go past him safely. Up to the top, indicating that I'm turning right. This will be a hill start for you on your test more than likely, so get that handbrake on, a good biting point. Make sure the car wants to go forward before you let that handbrake off. Again, doing what we call now a rainbow check. That's all 3 mirrors. Oh, it's not the smoothest of roads. So I've got a vehicle that's just stopped in the middle of the road. At the end of the road, we're going to be turning left. Now, the housing estate there's a good chance you may end up doing a manoeuvre in there. It could have been a parallel park or a pull-up on the right, but also there's the opportunity there for that hill start. Now we're going to the end of the road and we're going to be turning right. So we're into a 40 zone. Make sure I get my correct position, which is up against the centre line, all the way up to the giveaway markings. We can see where the markings actually are. And pick up my target car. It says black one coming from the right. There it is. That's the vehicle I'm going after. To Lee's Lane, straight into a national speed limit of 60, moving out towards that centre line as I go around the right hand bend. And bringing myself back towards the middle of the road, the middle of the lane. I can see there's a cyclist or somebody up ahead on the left. And then I'm going to be taking a right turn shortly. Now this catches some people out. It caught a couple of my students out. Not my fault. They were showing it, but they just came in too fast. There's your sign there for crossroads. There's also a vehicle there turning, several vehicles turning right, so we know where we're going to be turning. Now use the hatch markings if you need to. Getting yourself in there. So I need to get into this box completely. I'm in the hatch markings at the moment. The reason I want to be in it completely is because I don't want anybody taking my bum off. So we're in there now. Oh dear, taking a little while for people to get round. He's letting them round. Not me. So when people flash lights like that, make sure it is for you. Okay? Be 100% certain they're flashing you. Remember, the flashing of lights is not to say you can go. It is to say, I'm here. Again, we've got signs for Slippy Road. Can't see over the top. Looking as far ahead as possible to my limit point. My limit point is the distance that I can see that is clear. And I'm going to drive at a speed that matches that distance. I.e., if my limit point is coming towards me, i.e. it's getting shorter, I can't go as fast. If it's all the way in the distance, then I can go quicker. We've got solid white lines, railway crossing without gates, without barriers. If those lights flash, you wait for the train to pass. And if they continue to flash, there's another train coming. So I'd like to have done this one a little bit quicker for you to show you the positioning on the road, but unfortunately we've got the heavy in front. So I'm going to go towards that centre line, moving towards the right of the lane, back towards the centre, and over to the left of the right hand bend. So when we're doing bends, we always want to be moving to the opposite side. The reason being is that it lets us be seen earlier and it lets us see a little bit sooner also. Now we're using the hill there to see further over the hedges. I can see that it's still safe to continue. Mirror checks on a regular basis, moving towards the left hand side. To the left, then moving out towards the right. Taking in the signage, taking in the information. We've got a sharp bend to the right, we've got a 30-mile-an-hour limit, making sure that we are at the speed before we get there. And we're going to be turning right. So indication, braking, clutch goes in. First gear selected, ready to keep moving. So making sure I can say as I approach, there's a car coming from my right, currently nothing on my left. He has indicated, I'm making sure that he is turning, he is, off I go. Don't assume that people are going to turn just because their indicator's on. Make sure that you see them turn. Okay, a little bit of a humpback bridge here, keeping out to the left of the right hand bend. Nice and steady as we go over here because they tend to let you take off. And we're going to be heading towards Romanby, which is, there's the golf course, that's your first turn, and we're taking this next one here. So mirrors checks, indication, finger post signs telling me where the junction is, positioned over to the centre line, round we go looking into the junction. Immediately into a left hand bend, again keeping it out to the right, keeping the gas on. So when we say keeping the gas on round the bends, we don't exactly mean we're accelerating, we're just keeping gas there to keep a constant speed, letting the tyres bite into the road. About maintaining the stability of the vehicle. So again, we've got no road markings, but so we want to keep ourselves over on our side. be aware of other vehicles coming on our side of the road. Looking over the brow of the hill, I'm coming into a sharp left. I'm looking round, I can see one vehicle coming round. And again, I'm going to keep out to the left-hand side, braking towards the turn, off the gas, off the brake, back onto the gas, keeping it at constant speed, letting them tyres bite into the tarmac. I've got slow on the road. Again, I can't see over the brow of the hill. I'm letting the car slow naturally on that hill. Looking into the road now, I can see there's a bridge and road narrowing. So again, I'm going to bring my speed down till I can see, because my limit point is disappearing. Starting to open up now. Again, it's disappearing again, letting the hill slow me down. Following it round into a 30, dropping it down to 4th gear. Marker post on my left-hand side. That's indicating that there's some sort of hazard. And I've got a narrow bridge again, so I'm going to drop it into 3rd gear. Following it round, looking right the way around the junction. Parked vehicles, I can't see around the bend, so I'm going to slow it down for 2nd gear. It's safe to continue, and away I go. Into a 20 mile an hour zone. Now it's at this point I could use my limiter. Parked vehicles, mirror checks, over we go. Again, we're coming up to a mini roundabout. We're going to be going first exit. Mirrors have been checked. I'm looking into the junction now, into the roundabout. Again, preparing to stop but looking to go. Got one vehicle coming. They've slowed me right down into 1st gear. Round we go, indication on for this vehicle that's coming there. Got a speed bump. We're still at 20 miles an hour at the moment. We're going to be taking the left. Oh, we've got over there just in time. I don't know if you heard that. The noises, the sirens went, the horns, whatever you want to call them. The lights came on. Look at the taxi coming fraying through. And again, we're back onto mini roundabout world. So we're on the wrong side of the road at the moment, but we'll continue back to our side, bringing our speed down for the roundabout again, preparing to stop, looking to go. I can see it's so totally safe for us to continue. And again, for the 2nd roundabout, make sure you miss that white paint. Don't just go straight over. More parked vehicles to go past, mirror checks. I can see there's an oncoming vehicle. I'm going to be able to sneak through there. And then back to my side as soon as possible, checking mirrors. So I've got patrol coming up. It's that time of day as well where the kids are going to be starting to come out. Watching the zebra crossing, seeing if anybody else is crossing over or not. There is a vehicle wanting to turn. I'm slowing down for the humped crossing. Into 2nd gear, nice and slow, keeping an eye on this vehicle still, making sure she isn't turning, and she's not. And again, mini roundabout. Make sure you go over that white, avoid that white paint. Turning right at the traffic lights, so mirror checks, indication. We're not going to get through, so we're holding at the stop line. Okay, top of the high street, we're going to come to the roundabout and we're going to be turning left first exit. It almost goes straight round, not really onto the roundabout, but it is still classed as part of the roundabout. And then we're following it round, and you can probably guess by now that we're heading back towards the test centre, making sure I can clear this yellow box, which I can. Nice and steady, waiting for them lights to go green. Am I able to continue? Yes, I can. So like I say, you can start to relax a little bit, but not much. You are coming back towards the test centre now, but you've still got work to do. So if you're unaware of where the test centre is, it is literally just next to Halford's Garage Services there. You see the black railings. If you go and park your car in the car park across the road and then walk over towards the test centre. That's what it used to be. I'm pretty sure it's still the same. I'm not aware of anything different. However, as I haven't done a test up here for quite some time, it might be an idea just to touch base with your instructor or another instructor from the area. So we're going to keep this rolling. We've got our right indicator on. We're going around that white paint, making sure we miss it and coming off at this next exit. Cancel that indication straight away so people don't think you're going up towards the hospital. Now we're going to go into the car park again. We're going to park up. And that will be the test route number 1 complete. There we go. So now we're going to go off and do test route number 2. As you can see, this car park's quite busy.